Hello everyone, my name is Ashley with Ashtoons Caricarures. I am a traveling caricaturist. I do mostly fairs, festivals, street fairs, music festivals, all up and down the southeast coast. I've got a lot of new subscribers recently, and so I just wanted to come on here and say greetings, welcome to the vlog. I am happy you guys are here, that y'all are joining me. Today, as I am taking this video, it is Saturday, September the 8th, 2018, and it's about 10:30 in the morning, and I'm at a tiny little fair out in Mount Airy, North Carolina, something called the Surry County Agricultural Fair. And the only reason why I'm here, honestly, is because I was procrastinating getting this spot on my calendar filled, and so I ended up with the last pick, the bottom of the barrel, and I'll be happy if I break even. I took a chance on this. At any rate, this fair does not open until 1:30 in the afternoon, and there's my little camper right over there. And so I'm just kind of wandering around the grounds before everything opens, and I figured it's about time I did something for you guys that I don't know why I haven't thought to do this before, but here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and I'm going to do pro tips on coming to a fair and how you can get the best experience out of your fair visit as you possibly can. This is coming from somebody that has been to tons of fairs all over the southeast coast. And so here we go. Okay, so let's start with this here, the entrance, the main entrance. Now, if you will look on the websites, on the billboards, you will see the opening time for these fairs. And most of the time on weekdays, that time will be, say, 4 or 5 o'clock. Now, when you see that time on the billboard or the website or the signs, please take that time seriously. Take it as serious as you would a sticker on a restaurant door or a grocery store door. And don't show up at these gates and stand out here waiting an hour early out there in the hot sun with a bunch of other early birds getting all sweaty and PO'd, so that by the time you come in, you're already PO'd and hard to work with. Because let me tell you, there are going to be some fairs that do allow you to come in early, but what that does is that makes it where you are now a bit of a crowd that's kind of wandering around the restaurants and stuff over here, and most of the times the rides aren't going to open anyway until the time they actually say they're going to open. But as far as like the restaurants, the lemonade, the cotton candy, your funnel cakes, all that stuff, the workers are out there prepping just like they would at any restaurant. They're cutting up foods, they're getting the grills ready, they're cleaning, they're prepping, and yet here's customers that want to buy stuff from them already looking at them through the window. This would be the equivalent of coming into your favorite restaurant an hour early while they're still back there chopping food and prepping and getting stuff ready, and you're tapping on the counter wanting to get their attention and make them get to work before their prep work is done. So it's not fair to these poor employees over here. And let me tell you, their bosses are going to say, hey, people wants to spend money, you guys got to get it ready now, and they start getting pressured. And this happens to me as well. Yeah, I've got a really short setup, but I've got to put up my sign, I've got to restock my paper, I'm going to rearrange my pencils, and I'm not going to get there an hour early. I'm going to get there, in enough time to be open by the time it says on the website. And if I'm still setting up my sign and people are going, are you ready to do one? That's frustrating for me as well. So if you want to get on the good side of these employees out here and on good side of me, and just get there and come in when this time says you're supposed to come in. All right, and tip number 2, this goes along with front gate. I am standing right now in front of the bulletin board, and if you look at the website, a lot of times there's a copy of this as well, but every day is going to have some kind of special. There's going to be armband days, and what that means is that if you come in before a certain time, you can pay like $20 and give your kids an armband, and as long as they are wearing that armband, they can ride the rides as many times as they want. So there's going to be some weekdays that have that deal. There's going to be carload days. That means that you come in, buy the carload for a single price. There's going to be senior days, there's going to be veterans days, and other things. There's going to be specials and sales. So keep an eye on this. This will save you a lot of money if you watch for this kind of stuff. So now you are through the front gate. So now you come up to the fair ticket booth. Now, yeah, there are two separate gates because the people that own the property and they're renting it out to the ride company are a separate entity altogether from the people that own the rides. This is the ticket booth for the ride company. These guys are usually very proficient. They're able to move this line along pretty quickly. But let me warn you, sometimes when the fair closes at, say, 10 o'clock in the afternoon, and it is 9 o'clock, sometimes they will keep this open and continue selling armbands. So that means that if you get here late, and you come in and you see that they're still willing to sell an armband to you, you think, oh, they must be staying open late. That doesn't always mean that. So look at the closing time, start asking around about the closing time. Don't end up spending $20, $30 on an armband that you're only going to be able to use for 1 hour. And also, there is the ATM machine right here beside the ticket booth. And that is because a lot of places inside the fair take cash only. And so this ATM machine is going to charge you out the butt on ATM charges, and then again at your bank for a withdrawal charge. So just think ahead and withdraw plenty of money from your bank ATM so you don't have to do all that. And bring a good amount of money. Whatever you think you are going to spend, add another 50% because they're going to get as much money out of you as they can. Okay, so now we are in and amongst the rides. So one thing that you're going to see a lot in fairs are spinny rides. And the reason for that is a lot of these rides have to be broke down and put on the back of a flatbed. So they can't be roller coasters, so in order to get a lot of motion in a small space, they're going to specialize in spinny rides. Rides that will spin you, spin you, spin you, spin you. Alright, here's a good example right here. The dragons that you sit inside the belly of them and you spin. This train right here that you sit inside and it spins. The Ferris wheel that you get in and it spins. Okay, so keep this in mind. If you're going to be on these rides, you're going to be spinning a lot. And the fair food that you're going to eat is going to be funnel cakes, ice cream, sodas, cotton candy. We're talking greasy, sugary, oily food. All right? So don't go into this, eating a bunch of all of that and then getting on the rides. I have seen more vomit in my short years working fairs than most people see in a lifetime from people that get this order mixed up. Go on the spinny rides, take a break, let your stomach settle, and then go eat the fair food. Alright, now we get to the games. Now, a rule that you're going to want to remember, if you actually do want to win these prizes, is the larger the prize, the harder the game. Now, this is one that people, it looks easy. All you got to do is get one ring over the neck of a bottle, and they sell it to you by the bucket. So it looks easy. But, giant prizes. There was a YouTube video I saw of somebody that stood beside one of these an entire day and nobody ever got one on. That one's nearly impossible. Now the ones that the kids play that are almost a guaranteed, smaller prizes, this one is a lot more, guaranteed that you're going to get a prize. Okay, now these straight front game booths here, like the balloon pop, these guys that run these booths are experts at playing on your ego. You go by, they get a commission, so they know exactly what to say about, hey, big guy, I know you want to win something for your girlfriend. You look like a big, strong guy. You look like you could be able to do this. And they know exactly how to play on you and get you to play these games. And you will come away with a prize. Most of the time you will, but you're going to have to try at least 4 times at $5 a try. You're going to end up spending $20, sometimes more, before you come away with one of those prizes. And if you look at the price of just buying one of the plushies, or even going to a thrift store, because these things people get tired of how much room they take up on their couch and whatnot, and they give them away to thrift stores. You can go to a thrift store and get one just like it for $1. So, you know, I understand that you want to come out and have a good time, and maybe you do want to play the games, but don't let yourself be coerced into playing games and spending more money than you actually need to. Just come in and understand too that a lot of this stuff, like Pokemon, the Nintendo, DC especially, a lot of times the merchandise that looks like it's licensed through those companies are not. Sometimes they are. I will say that, but there are some places that they are not. Oh, I'm getting the side eye now. These guys over here don't like me talking about this so loud, walking right by their booths, exposing their secrets. Hey guys, they want to get money out of you. Just remember that. They get a commission. They want your money. Now pay attention, because this next tip is probably one of the most important. I'm standing right here by the ticket booth going into the rides area. Now this rides area is like a big ring. You know, if you keep going, you're going to end up back at the ticket booth. Everything inside of that ring is part of the rides company. That means they hire carnies to do every bit of this work. That means the food work, the prep work, the rides, operating the rides. And if you know anything about carnies, they are one step above homeless people. A lot of them are homeless. They live in these big 18-wheelers out here, missing teeth from meth, and just, it's a bad situation most of the time. So, everything, like I said, everything on the other side of this booth in this big ring is owned by the ride company. And so, don't buy your food from inside there. Do not get your funnel cakes from there. Do not get your ice cream. Don't get your lemonade. Don't buy food from anything past this ticket booth. Everything in front of the ticket booth, say this building over here, this ice cream truck over here, you know, places like that, they're not part of the ride company. They are actually operated by the people that own the truck, operated by the people that own the charity. And so they are a lot cleaner and a lot more responsible. And, you know, if something falls into the food, they're a little more interested in throwing the batch out and redoing it. So don't buy your food from in there. You're even going to be paid less, and you're going to get better quality food out here. A little tip about these permanent buildings, these cinder block buildings outside the ride company, usually owned and operated by, say, like a big church or a Lions Club or some kind of charity like that. They have the best prices. Typically, their prices are sometimes half of what you will pay inside the ride company, but they are much slower, and they're very plain. You have to remember, the volunteers that come in here and work only do this job 1 week out of the year. So usually on the first day they are organized a total mess. So usually by like third or fourth day you can come in here and they'll be a little bit proficient. Prices are lower, but the food is very, very plain. You know, they're not going to get elaborate. If you order a hamburger, it's going to come with cheese, lettuce, and tomato and onions, and you don't have anything fancy. Now I'm going to end this video on a tip that is going to make fairs a lot more fun for you guys, and that is shows. Shows are some of the best reason to come to a fair. A lot of these places that are trying to revitalize their fair will spend money on good shows that will show like every hour to every hour and a half. This is a good example right here, the chainsaw carver. This guy right here is actually being paid to chainsaw carve almost the entire day, and without having to wait in a line or anything. You can come out here at any point, sit on these bleachers, eat your food, and watch the chainsaw carving being done. And even right over here on this porch, right in front of the office, they're calling this their small stage. They had a Michael Jackson impersonator that was doing a really good job for hours yesterday and the day before. So you could always go over there, watch that for a little while, take some videos. And here's another one. This is an animatronic dinosaur show. Again, without needing to wait in line at a bunch of different points in the day, you can just come over here, sit on the bleachers and enjoy the show. And you can't see it right now because they have it turned off, but the head moves on this. This one even has a foot that moves. You know, everything's moving, and they have some comes out here, this microphone, and does a show and points at different stuff and gives different facts about paleontology. And, you know, of course, all kids. What kid does not love dinosaurs? Every fair has got either a 4-H club or, like in this case, the Farm Bureau or a petting zoo, somewhere where the kids can go and feed animals, can pet animals, and have a good kiddie time like that. I haven't even been in this long building yet, so let's go in and take a look. Okay, it looks like this one's more for a farm competition. We've got a bunch of really nice looking cows out here with kids learning responsibility, taking care of them. Alright, then there's the chicken coop. There's something like this, so like rabbits, it's not just chickens. Something like this at every single fair that I've been to. It doesn't seem to matter how small it is. There's always local farmers wanting to come in, show off their rare breeds of chickens and roosters and rabbits. And you can come through here, you can look at them. Oh, look at that, even ducks. So that's going to be it. To recap, show up whenever the website and the signs say to show up. Pay attention to the cells. Bring cash. Don't get hung up on playing a bunch of games that you're coerced into and spending more money than you need to on unlicensed plushies. Always take the rides first, then eat the fair food later. Don't get hung up on coming to the fair just to ride rides. Remember that there are petting zoos, there's ponies, there's shows, and there's a lot of other fun stuff to do other than just the rides. And make sure that you patronize and eat the food outside of the ticket booth on the independent side, not with the ride company. And that's going to be it, guys. That's all of my tips for today. I've gotten a lot of really mean looks from the employees out here, but being as my profit's so low, I'm not going to come back here again next year, so I don't really care. That's why I did this video out here. So, please, don't forget to smash that like button. Leave comments, leave questions, leave suggestions. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I love you all very much, and I will see you again in the next video.